Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this in the world. I hope you guys are doing okay. So recently, Megan Thee Stallion dropped a video, and in this music video, she references a bunch of different animes and some fighting game characters and general video game characters. And one of the characters that were referenced in this was Christie Monteiro. So Christie Monteiro is obviously a Tekken character. She plays very similarly to Eddie Gordo. I think she was first introduced in Tekken 4, and she was in a couple of other Tekken games after that. She was in the Tekken Tag game as well, Tekken Tag 2. But Christie's never been that popular of a character, and really the reason why is that although she uses a fighting style that is very popular, partly because of Tekken 3 and Eddie Gordo's inclusion in that game, but because Eddie Gordo already exists and he is already an insanely popular character, and because she plays exactly the same as him, or at least she used to, because they've changed Eddie up quite dramatically, people always saw her as, why would I pick Christie when we could play as Eddie? There's no real discussion around who is more popular between the two, and if they both play similarly or they're going to play similarly going forward, I'm always going to pick Eddie, and most people are going to pick Eddie. But because Megan Thee Stallion included Christie in her music video, this sort of blew up. It went all over Twitter, and the Christie fans came out in full force, tagging Michael Murray, tagging Harada, saying include Christie into Tekken 8. There's obviously a lot of people that want to play as her. And you have this individual here called Serpderp, who started off the conversation by saying over 1 million likes, that's crazy. Harada and Michael Murray, she's very popular outside of Tekken because she's that girl. Now this isn't true. Megan Thee Stallion is very popular, and she added Christie in there. Now I do think it's cool she put Christie in there, and don't get me wrong, I like Christie. I think Christie's a cool character. I just don't see the need for her in a mainline Tekken game anymore when we've got Eddie. If we were going to have another capoeira fighter, in my opinion, I think it'd be pretty cool if we had Eddie's master. Now I think in the lore, Eddie's master has actually passed away. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. Maybe he's in prison. But if we were going to get another capoeira fighter in Tekken 8, I'd like it to be him, and definitely not Christie. And obviously here you can see Megan Thee Stallion cosplaying as Christie. It's an awesome cosplay. I think she did a fantastic job. I don't really like the music in the music video, but the music video itself was shot really well. And again, there's loads of references to loads of characters in there. There's Mortal Kombat references. There's a reference to Cammy with her win pose. There's references to One Piece. So shouts to Megan Thee Stallion. Now I have seen a lot of people saying that Megan Thee Stallion is just a grifter. She's just doing this to get away from the bad publicity that she received when that whole incident happened. I believe she was like shot in the foot or something. I can't remember if she was the rapper. I think someone said that she has a smelly vajayjay or some shit like that, and people were saying that she's trying to get away from that bad publicity, and I don't believe that to be true. Now even though I don't like Megan Thee Stallion's music, she is a legit anime fan. She has been at anime shows. I believe she was at the Anime Awards. We saw her cosplaying Bruno from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We've seen her cosplaying other characters before. We've seen her speak about anime before. I don't believe she's grifting just because she's a popular personality with some bad publicity previously around her. She is genuinely an anime fan, and I think that that was perfectly represented in her music video, which again is a pretty good music video. I did enjoy it. I just don't really like her music, but I don't like that kind of music anyway. It's not really a shot at her. But the reason I wanted to talk about this discussion is that the Christie fans seem to have been getting some hate from people, and I've seen it from different content creators, or at least a lot of pushback, and to that I'm not really sure why. If you see your favorite character represented in a music video by a very famous artist, of course you're going to run to Twitter and say to Michael Murray and Harada, hey look, my character is very popular. Now your assessment of their popularity might be incorrect, but I can completely understand why they would see this as an opportunity to tag Harada, to tag Michael Murray and say, hey, can we get Christie in the game? Now I can bet you the last penny in my bank account, Christie will not be in Tekken 8, and in my opinion, even though I do like the character and I have fond memories of her in Tekken 4, I would not want to see her in Tekken 8 as a playable character. I think there is better characters you can put in the game. I think there's more unique playstyles that you can put in the game, and much like the Kuma Panda situation, I think it would be a wasted slot. I don't think we needed Panda in this game. They're too similar. One of them would have been fine. Having both of them is no good for me, and I think Christie would fall under that boat. Now the argument that Eddie's playstyle has changed quite dramatically, and so Christie having the original capoeira fighting style as a reason to have her in the game, still don't really think that sticks, to be honest with you. And the fact of the matter is that Christie isn't a popular character. She was just represented by a popular music artist. You have this individual here saying Megan Thee Stallion posted Christie in her Instagram story. Please look at this, Harada. Many people remember Christie and miss her. She's so popular even outside the core Tekken community. It's just not true, guys. It's just not true. However, I am not saying that you should not advocate for her to be in the game, because even though I don't want to see her in the game, I think this is a good opportunity to raise some awareness for her. And even though I doubt very much we will ever see Christie in a mainline Tekken game ever again, I don't see what the problem is with trying to ride for your favorite character. I mean, my favorite Tekken character is Jinpachi, closely followed by anti Ancient Ogre, at least to play with, and I don't think they're ever going to come back. But if there was a famous music artist or a famous Hollywood actor or actress that was representing Ancient Ogre or Jinpachi, I would probably run to Twitter to say, hey, look, these guys are popular. Now, in my case, and I don't mean this to sound biased to the Christie mains or the Christie stands, but I actually do think Jinpachi and Ancient Ogre have more of a case to come back. One, because Jinpachi is a Mishima and he is actually very popular. I've seen a lot of people saying, why is this guy not in the game? He's got a unique playing style. He's got a very unique take on the classic Mishima style. Why is he not in the game? I've seen people saying, why is Ancient Ogre not in the game when he has a full Tekken 8 render already in the game? Now, these two could become playable later down the line. I think there's more chance of them becoming playable, but like I said, I'm not against you guys running to Twitter, running to Instagram, trying to get Harada to pay attention. Unfortunately, I think it's the wrong character. Megan Thee Stallion obviously pulled off the cosplay very, very well. You know, she looks great in the cosplay, and it's really cool that they even spoke about Christie in Times magazine. You can see it here. Megan also seemingly referenced Christie Monteiro from the Tekken video game series wearing a similarly metallic gold top and leather pants with chaps, though her bottoms are a snake print. The print could be set to match her serpent theme or in reference to Brian Fury, also from Tekken. So it's really cool to see Tekken and Christie represented in this way, and Christie's a character that gets no real attention, and I believe the reason she gets no real attention is because the spotlight is forever going to be on Eddie Gordo. But people have been posting up videos of Brazilian actresses that they're saying could play Christie in Tekken, and I think this would all be really good for a Tekken Tag 3. I think the only place you're going to see Christie is Tekken Tag 3. You've got this individual here saying Megan is popular, not Christie, and then you've got the Moon Deceived saying, yeah, this just makes zero sense, seeing as though Christie returned for every single game, including spin-offs and limited roster crossovers for 11 years. And then they replied saying the post says she is popular outside of Tekken, when in fact the post would have gotten the same amount of likes without Christie being posted, because Megan Thee Stallion is why they liked it, and it was a post of several photos. It was a gaslight post, and I do believe that to be true. I think whatever video game or anime character that Megan Thee Stallion posts up, those particular fans of that character are going to rush to that, and then you're just going to have your regular Joe Schmoes that are fans of Megan Thee Stallion liking the pictures and bringing a lot of viewership to it. It's because of Megan Thee Stallion's overwhelming popularity that you're having this conversation in the first place. It has really nothing to do with Christie. Then you see Harada here saying probably the music video production director was a Tekken player and strongly inspired Christie of Tekken. That is just not true. The fact of the matter is that Megan Thee Stallion is a legit anime and video game nerd. You can see it whenever she's talking about anime. You can tell when somebody is genuinely into something and when somebody's doing something for the cameras. And even though again I'm not really into Megan Thee Stallion's music, I think that she is legit, and again she pulled off the cosplay great. I think the actual music video is really cool, and it was cool to see Christie represented, especially the way that Megan did it. It was actually done really well. So I didn't want to make this a long video, although I have one little thing that I'm going to add on at the end here, because I did want to mention this but I don't want to make it a full video. But to the Christie fans, I say continue tagging Harada, continue making your case. Even though I don't want to see the character in a mainline game, even though I do like her, I think there's better characters for the mainline game. I encourage you, this is a very good opportunity to get more eyes on Christie. Maybe continue to build the conversation. Maybe more people will see this. Maybe Megan Thee Stallion will see this and start tweeting Harada. Who knows? I don't think the Christie stands should receive any hate because they want to see their character in a Tekken game. I want to see my characters in the Tekken game. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't particularly have the energy to be going to Twitter to tag Harada all the time. Maybe if I saw Jinpachi or Ancient Ogre appear in a music video, maybe I might, but I don't think they should receive any hate. Let us not forget that Melina was excluded from Mortal Kombat 11. I don't even think she was in the actual story because in MK10 she was killed. But through the power of the internet and the Melina stands relentlessly rushing down Ed Boon, even though the fashion in which they were tagging Ed Boon I don't think was good. Don't think that you should harass people for your favorite characters. Asking politely and nicely on Twitter, there's no problem with that, but the way the Melina guys went about it, in my opinion, was wrong. But at the end of the day, Melina actually got into the game, so whether I agree or disagree with it, she's in the game. In closing on this topic, I think it was cool to see Christie. Megan pulled off the cosplay very well. The music video was very cool, even though I don't like the actual song, and I encourage the Christie stands to continue doing what they're doing in a respectful and polite manner, and who knows, maybe she will get into Tekken 8. Maybe we're all wrong. That aside, I did just want to show you guys this screenshot. Now this has absolutely nothing to do with the video, so if you're done with the Christie topic and you don't want to hear it, you can click off now. But really quickly, I wanted to post this Galaxy Brain take because it took me off guard. This individual here said PS5 owners are now treated like black people in 1939 USA. We are now second-class gamers and neither Sony or Square care about us anymore. Just like black people had to give up their civil rights, we PlayStation gamers are having to forfeit our exclusives. And this obviously comes because of Square Enix saying that they're no longer going to be doing games exclusively for PlayStation and they're going to be multi-platform. Now from a sales perspective, it makes more sense for companies to be multi-platform. It doesn't really make any sense for them to be in an exclusive deal with one developer if it's not working for them. Oftentimes when that happens, it's because the developer is a first-party studio and they're owned by Sony or Xbox, whoever it might be, or they've been paid a substantial amount of money to produce the game on that platform. But if they're not meeting sales expectations, I don't see the problem with Final Fantasy and Square Enix's library being given to the Xbox and PC. I think the more people that get to enjoy the games, the better. I don't understand these PlayStation fanboys and these Xbox fanboys and PC fanboys that want to gatekeep their games. Don't we all want to play together? Don't we want crossplay to be a thing where we all get to enjoy these games online together? Very, very weird considering these people don't pay your bills. Now, I kind of get it when you're a kid. I remember the PlayStation and Xbox wars from back in the day. They were a lot of fun. I used to partake in them in the playground, but as adults, people tweeting on the internet, get a grip. It's ridiculous. Anyways, guys, that's all I really wanted to say today. I hope you stay blessed. I hope you're safe. Take care and peace.